Hey, this is James. I am coming to let you know about a potential class action lawsuit that is happening with Uber. I am in the process of talking with attorneys now. And what I am going to do in the interim is pull together, you need about 3 dozen. I mean, it's not written in stone, but you need about 3 dozen people to be a part of it, to initiate class action suit or be allowed class action status. So I am looking for other drivers who have been cheated by Uber and who are interested in getting their money back and potentially additional funds. I mean, there's potential of punitive damages, and I personally think, I'm not a lawyer in any way, and I wouldn't be filing the class action suit myself because I can't represent you. I can file a suit of my own, which I do intend to do, but what I want to do is have my suit already filed. The research that I've done on that, which I do have some expertise. I have some experience in doing legal research, so I know a little bit about that. Not an attorney, can't give legal advice, but I can do accounting. And I was a CPA for 13 years. I have a master's in accounting information systems. I worked for one of the big international accounting firms, president of the Accounting Honor Society, so on and so forth. I'm really, really good at what I do. And in particular, I'm really good at spotting shyster accounting, which is what I believe clearly Uber is engaging in. But the particular issue that we're focusing on now is 1099s. As some of you know, because I've seen this on YouTube, there's a lot of videos posted about it. Uber allocates on 1099s 100% of the fares, it appears, but if not 100%, near 100% of the fare of every fare that you drive is going to be on your 1099, which means that your 1099 has Uber's piece of the pie and your piece. This is absolute rubbish accounting. It shouldn't be done. And there are many, many drivers. I was trying to file my 2019 tax return, and being that I have been an auditor for a long time and I'm trained to spot this stuff, I immediately saw, hey, wait a second, this doesn't tie out. The Uber app says that I've made 20,000. I've looked at my bank account, I got 20,000, but my 1099 says 28,000. So the problem is, first of all, that is completely rubbish accounting, and Uber should not be engaging in this deceptive practice. Because what happens is there's drivers out there, and there's a lot of drivers that are new, that are recently immigrated to the U.S., many of which don't even speak English all that well. And then you're getting these tax forms, which they've never dealt with before, that are telling you this is what you made. And, you know, as someone who's prepared tax returns in the past, I'm not a tax accountant per se, but at one point I was. Your 1099 is not something that you should have to go and expense out Uber's part, which is what they're trying to do. No telling the extent of their deception. But we all know this. We know that Uber hasn't turned a profit. Okay, not that I've seen. Maybe this year, I don't know. But when you look at their Form 10K, which is the form that they have to file with their financial statements and notes and other information with the SEC once a year, they haven't made a freaking penny. And so, although they're really good at giving themselves bonuses, I noticed in 2019, I think it was stock compensation and this would be for executives and other high-level employees, they decided to give themselves $4.6 billion with a B dollars, but yet they've made no money. And so companies like that are highly susceptible to fraudulent accounting. I'm not saying that they're doing fraudulent accounting. I wouldn't be surprised if I was able to get in there and look at their books. I could tell you very, very quickly for sure. But companies that are in this kind of position where they're not making a profit and they're just waiting for, as most of you know, they're waiting for autonomous vehicles. When autonomous vehicles come, none of us are going to have jobs. At least a lot of us. They're going to phase us out. That's the business model that will work. The current business model is not even feasible, which means from my take of the situation, they've destroyed the taxi cab industry and the limo industry and other transportation segments, and they don't have a model that works. They have, the only way that they can survive is raising additional funds. And I was interested to see that Yuri Milner, who is considered he is a Israeli Russian, and he is known as the leading tech investor out of Russia, and he lives right here in the Bay Area, Los Altos. I think he bought the most expensive house in the freaking world, just around the corner from where I'm at now. But yeah, if I read the article correctly, he said that Uber was the one mistake that he's made. And so I personally think that Uber is totally screwed. I think that this lawsuit, when it happens, and I believe that it absolutely is going to happen, is going to bring them to their knees. And if unemployment claims start rolling in, Uber, in my opinion, they've got lots and lots of problems. But anyway, what can we do? And how does this affect you? With the 1099s, if you don't go and list, first of all, you have to figure out that this has happened in the first place, which is your 1099 is more than you earned. All right. If you didn't figure that out and you use that 1099 and the information on that to file your tax returns, that means that you paid taxes on, and I think it's highly likely that many people out there did this. And so, you know, you put the higher income number on your tax return on your Schedule C, or however you're doing your taxes for your Uber income, and then you're paid tax on that higher amount because you thought, based upon a 1099 and what you expect to see on a 1099, that was your income, but it's not. So Uber, I mean, this totally screws things up, because even in divorces, for example, the courts look at your tax returns to determine how much money you made. And so if you've got a pumped up tax return, you've shown that you made more money than you really made, then your spouse very well may be getting more child support than they should be getting, or you may be paying or receiving less child support than you should be receiving, or more than you should be receiving, because the higher income increases the amount of child support, both paid and received, and that also can have definitely a financial impact. But anyway, the types of problems that can result from this are myriad. And so what I am doing right now, as I created this video, I'm creating a little handout with a QRC code, so you can take your phone and scan it with your camera to get to this video on YouTube. And I need people, if you think that this may have happened to you, I can help you get the initial analysis done. There's no cost for that. I'm just trying to get I need 36 drivers. That's my goal, is to get 36 drivers with the documentation that shows that you have been impacted by Uber doing this to you, and then continue my search for an attorney to take the case. And once it gets started, it is gonna, man, I feel confident that this thing is just gonna completely blow up. There's so many potential drivers that are affected. Yeah, I mean, I truly think that this is gonna be a tremendous deal, but we have to get the groundwork done first. Please, on my comment section in YouTube, reach out, send me a direct message via YouTube. and also I'll have in my, underneath in the comments section, I'll have my email address where you can forward, and we can, you can contact me and we'll start a dialogue and see if we can get started. Very, very important. I urge you to reach out so we can get this started, and let's hold Uber accountable, man. These people, are screwing us pretty badly, and in fact, I suspect that that Uber is also using the data on the 1099s to make their argument that we make so much money. We don't. We barely make minimum wage, if that. If you think that it's different than that, you're not looking at the numbers right. Truly, you're not looking at the numbers right. When you take depreciation, the employer side of taxes, which you have to pay, and all these other things into account, and time and a half, because you got to think, if you're working a ton of hours, then you'd be getting time and a half if you're working a minimum wage job. Plus, you're out driving your car, risking, depreciating that. And I'm going to get all of that on a spreadsheet, so you can see it, and I'll distribute that spreadsheet for free, so you can plop your numbers in there and see what it is that you're really making, because I guarantee you're going to be shocked. Anyway, so contact me. That's what I'm asking you to do. You may be affected. I'll help you figure out if you fall into that the class of drivers that have been impacted, and then we'll get started, get this lawsuit, and at a minimum, I believe it's a fact that you'll be. I believe you will be reimbursed by Uber. I think they're going to lose this thing. Again, I'm not an attorney, but I truly believe this, and I think the state of California may very well hammer Uber with punitive damages, which could be multiples of what actual damages are, the actual money that you've lost. So don't hesitate. Let's get this done, get this started, get the ball rolling. The iron is hot. I think California's ready to knock this ball out of the park too. They're tired of the gig economy, and it is not good for anyone. When you're out there and you have an issue with your job, you need to have the state benefits available, and they are not available. They're not available for independent contractors. They're available for employees. So anyway, ask any questions down below. Like, subscribe, do all those things, because I'm doing this out of I'm not getting anything out of this other than knowing that I am helping to solve this big problem, and it is a big problem. So peace out. Contact me, man. Don't hesitate. Get this done. Just reach out to me and I'll make it easy for you. All right, bye-bye.